Hey guys, so today's video is going to be our first show of the year and our second ever show jumping show. So here's Inky and I warming up. This was actually the warm up for our meter class, but my dad forgot to film the warm up for the 90, so we're just going to pretend that it's the warm up for the 90, but it's fine. It was for the meter. The warm up was actually pretty small, so it was kind of difficult to warm up, but luckily Inky's really good in crowded warm ups. It wasn't too bad, but it was pretty cramped in there. It was a bit difficult to get to the fences because people just kept walking in front of them. That's so helpful, thank you so much. So we jumped the 90 centimetres and the 1 metre. It was a BS training show, which is not a affiliated BS show, but it's over a BS course. So it just kind of prepares everyone before they start all the BS shows, as we've all been in lockdown for a while and we need to get back into the swing of things. I don't know if it's because I haven't competed in a long time or because it was my second show on Inky, but I was so unbelievably nervous. Literally so nervous. I felt ill, and I'm not really someone that usually gets that nervous for shows, but I was so nervous. Inky warmed up really well for both classes. So our first class to jump was the 90 centimetres. I'm going to do a little voiceover as you guys seem to like that. And I need to kind of justify some of the things I do because I made a few mistakes and I'm perfectly aware of that. And like I said, I was really nervous. My goal was just to get around the course and not let Inky down by messing up too badly. As you can see, I circled before I started. This was to make sure I had a really good canter, as that's so important to have a nice active canter. And for once I actually saw a decent stride to the first fence, which is normally something I'm not very good at. But he was jumping so well. He was a little keen, as you can see. I do have to take a hold of him every now and then, but he was really flowing. He was listening to me so much, and he didn't tank off with me after the fences, which is a huge improvement from our last show that we did together, where he really took off quite a lot, and he really let me adjust him for each of the strides that I saw. And I really felt proud of myself because sometimes when I panic I tend to take a hold of them and accidentally bury them into the fences, and I didn't do that at all here, which I was really happy with. Here we took a stride out, as you can see. Inky saved my butt. I was very grateful for that. Thank you, Mr. Sinks. I just kind of saw a long stride and went for it. Here I got a little bit underneath the fence, but again, he was super. And then here again, we took one out. I just kind of forgot how to see a stride for those few fences, but I got it back together for the last fence, which we are approaching right now. As you can see, I didn't do any jump off turns, but we did actually end up coming 5th, which was pretty cool because he's just naturally quick. Even though I didn't do any jump off turns, I literally went the longest route possible because I was just aiming for that clear. But I was so happy with him after being so nervous to compete again. He just made it all worth it. Our next class was the meter, and this was actually our first ever meter together, and I haven't jumped this height in a long time. I used to event Crystal at BU100 back in 2019. It's been quite a while since I've jumped around this height, so I was very nervous. I really didn't want to mess up and let Inky down. So I came into the first fence. I had a good canter, but I just saw a bad shot and I got really deep into the first fence. I was like, oh great, that was great. Great start, Lily, well done. And I didn't balance him round this corner. I was just let him drift over to the left, and he'd had a pole, which was a shame, but that was my fault. So I really got it together and got him listening for the next few fences. I was like, right, come on, wake up, time to focus. And he started jumping really well. He was a lot stronger in this round. You'll see me having to fight him a little bit, but that was mostly because I was really just sending him into the fences where I was nervous. Where I'd normally sit and hold him, I was just kind of panicking a little bit because, like I said, I was nervous. I just wanted to get around, but he was jumping phenomenally. He was just jumping so well and really trying his best for me, and he absolutely flew over the Soxa. He did that one so brilliantly. And it was this point in the course where I kind of lost him a bit. Down this related distance, as you could see, I lost him around the corner. He tapped this one, got really long down this related distance, and we just clattered that pole completely. It was already a short 5 strides, and we just went down way too long. Managed to get him back together just about for the double, which he jumped really nicely. And he tanked off with me after that one, so I took a hold and we got a little bit awkward over the final fence. But it's okay, it was our first meter. I was really happy that we got round, and I was so proud of him. Super stink. Super stink. Hello everyone, I apologise for the lighting, it's not the best. The sun is currently shining and it's making filming quite difficult. I just wanted to give a little final show update. We had a clear round in the 90 centimetres and we actually ended up coming 5th, which was pretty cool, out of 40 people in our class. Even though I wasn't actually going for the jump off, I was just aiming for a clear, so I went the longest route, but because Inky is naturally very quick, he managed to place in the top 5, which was a really nice surprise. Then in the meter, I had a couple of poles down, as you guys saw. I was so nervous, I was just sending him into the fences. I honestly, it's our first meter ever, and I haven't jumped this height in a long time. And I'm definitely out of practice. I was just kind of nervous and I really just wanted to get around. So I ended up losing him down the related distance, so we had both elements down. And it was already a short 5 strides, and as you saw, he just got really, really long and quick down there. And he was so good though, he was so honest to jump the second part, even though we clambered over it. He was tanking off with me a little bit to the last fence, and I took a hold of him, and I kind of took a bit too much. So I lost the canter, and then you saw him have to kind of cat leap over it. But because he's a saint, he did it anyway. He's honestly the best. He was super, and I'm really, really proud. It was our first show in months and months because we've been in lockdown, and it was also only our 2nd ever show jumping show. So I'm honestly so proud, really, really happy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't very long, but I wanted to share this special day with you all because I had such a good day. So thank you so much for watching.